Alright, so here's to do some basic inputs in Street Fighter using just a keyboard. My friend requested WASD plus numpad layout, with the numpad being the normals here. So for your fireball, you just want to do S and roll to D. So you want to do like this with your fingers. Like this, for example. And of course, on the other side, it would be S to A. And you would be using your middle finger to your ring finger to do this one. If you're on player 2 side. If you're on player 1 side, use your index finger and your middle finger to do that. So for Shoryukens, there's two methods, I'd say, to do this. So the first one is DS and then SD. So like, you know, forward, down, down, forward. And this is originally what I thought would be the easiest way to do it, but it's not. There's an easier way. So the easier way is just to hit forward and then do a normal Hadouken. That'll put in all the necessary inputs for your Dragon Punch, but in like an easier to understand and easier to, you know, do way. And of course for Tatsu, you just do a fireball backwards but with kick. So like that. And if you're on the other side, of course, like that. So the way you do these is really similar to how you do a fireball, but you just start from A and then go on to S, and then you go on from S to D in one fluid motion. So like this, with your ring, middle, and index finger. Half circle back. It would be D to S to A, so it's just the same thing, but reversed. This one's a little trickier, but should be able to get it. And again, you do your Shoryuken, hitting forward, and then fireball in quick succession. So to do a super input in this game, it's usually two quarter circle forwards and then input. There are some exceptions, like there are some that require a full circle, you know, I think one, and then another one requires two full circles. But this is basically what you'll be doing to super with the majority of characters in most situations. It's two quarter circle forward inputs, and then you hit a punch button. It's probably easier to learn this on keyboard than it is to learn on stick. You don't have to do it incredibly fast, but you have to do it enough so that the game recognizes you doing it as like one fluid motion. There are these characters in these games, they're charge characters, and the way they do their moves is fairly different from how most characters do it. So instead of using, you know, DPs and, you know, quarter circle forwards and stuff like that, they'll do a charge instead. So, to do a, like a sonic boom motion, like a normal charge forward motion, you would hold back and then hit forward and the button that does the attack. So for Remy, his basic sonic boom, hold back, forward punch. You can also do it from down back. The other very common charge motion is to hold down and then press up and kick, so like this. It is a little weird on a keyboard to do this, especially with WASD. because if you can't just let go of one and hit the other like with the same finger, because then you'll just get this. Wait, that was a bad example. I mean, I guess you can, but you have to be very quick about it, and it's not super consistent. So what I would do instead, to make this much more simple to do, is to have your index finger on down, or S, and your ring finger on W, or up, and then sort of just switch which fingers being depressed, and as you make the switch, hit the kick button. This one is a little tricky. It's trickier than the back to forward, but you'll be able to get it if you just give it a shot and practice it. Again, I don't play on keyboard very much. Full circles and double full circles are probably the hardest inputs to do on a keyboard, and especially with WASD, they aren't very intuitive. But it is doable. The best way I've found to do this is to roll your fingers from D to S to A, and then very quickly hit W and the attack button at the exact same time. The thing is, if you mess it up, you'll jump, which is not desired. But if you hit W quick enough after doing the normal half circle back motion and hit punch at the same time, the 360 input will cancel the first few frames of your jump, so you won't actually leave the ground, and you'll just do the special instead. So if I can get it again, I got it just a moment ago. There we go. I tried quite a bit to get a double full circle motion, but I just really couldn't figure it out on keyboard. I got it a couple times on accident, but I really don't get this one. Sorry. Honestly, if you just practice these inputs, you should be able to get them pretty much every time without much hassle. Just make sure that you try to practice to get them consistently. It might be a little boring at first, but once you get it, it'll be really satisfying. So that's it for the video, and I hope you enjoy practicing Street Fighter more in the future.